How's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to be cracking some slabs. So this is going to be more of a lesson updated video. I have done a video on this in the past. I'm going to be cracking PSA and BGS cases today. Quick warning, if you are easily offended by cracking PSA 10 or BGS 9.5 slabs, please tune out. This is something I do for my PC. I do like to get them into a binder. I recently picked this one up. You rarely see these 2013 Prison Gold show up. Honestly, I didn't pay much more than I'd expect to pay for a raw, so I don't have any problems doing this. But again, you know, this is all personal choice. I just wanted to show like a good way to do this so that people have an idea if they wanted to crack this out for their PC. So really you only need two things to do this: screwdriver and then something to crack the case. I have these tile cutters. They're kind of massive. You don't need something crazy like this. But at the same time, I would not recommend like your basic wire cutters like this. You can do it with these, but these are just too small to make a good crack. So I recommend something larger, like some tile cutters and maybe even a larger wire cutter. I've seen people do it with those that have a little bit more blade length to them. But anyway, the other thing that I do, and I started doing recently, is getting a plastic bag, because we can actually throw the card in the plastic bag, crack it out like that, and it's kind of nice because it won't shoot shards of plastic all over your room or garage or wherever you're doing this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw it in the bag, we're going to crack out the top corner, and then I'm going to show you what we do after that. So you do want to start with the top corner. That's always the safest bet. Throw it in there a little bit, and here we go. All right. So word of warning, can you damage cards doing this? Yes, you can. But if you use this method, take your time. I think you're going to get them out just fine. But if you're worried about it, use like a lower end card, you know, one that's not maybe as valuable or whatever, you know, a lower grade one or one that you aren't too worried about. So now that we got the corner cracked, I can get my screwdriver down in here. And this is the part you want to take your time here. But what we're going to do with the screwdriver is we're not going to pry up. We're just going to turn it. See how I'm just turning it right here and it's coming up already. Okay. So next thing to do here is run it along the side. Now be careful with this. I'm going to move this plastic case out of the way, because this is where you're going to run kind of close to the card, right? So you want to be careful. But again, I'm just going to turn the screwdriver instead of prying up, because a lot of people will pry up and move the screwdriver across the card. Bad. Don't want to scratch your card. Take your time here. Okay. So I got that side kind of good. Let's go to the other side. Run it along, turning up. See how I'm doing this? Just turning. Be careful on this part, because you have the tendency to run, you know, the screwdriver down. Once you get enough off there, you should be able to pop your case. Okay, see, I worked it down about halfway. You could go a little bit further if you wanted, but it should come right off like that. There we go. So got that one out. Another thing I forgot to mention here, and let me pull them out real quick, is you probably want to have some penny sleeves on hand. So when you do get the card out, you can just throw it right in the penny sleeve. So there we go. Got my card out. I'm going to throw it right in the penny sleeve like that. Good to go. So there's that one. Done. All right, moving on to BGS. Same kind of thing with BGS. Start in that top corner. Sometimes I save these grades, put them in the back of the card or card sleeve, throw them on my binder. So I'll probably start with this edge here. Now BGS is nicer because they have that inner sleeve, so it's a little less nerve-wracking than, let's say, PSA, but same thing. I'm just gonna come in a ways and just crack that corner. Ooh, I bounced off a glass out of my table, jeez. All right, there we go, cool. So same method here. Move this out. Move our screwdriver in. So cracked a little oddly. Not a huge deal. But again, see what I'm doing here? I'm just turning it. So I'm never prying up, so I don't have the chance to run it down the card, right? But I should be able to get in there enough. We'll move down this way a little bit too. Always turning. Okay. So these ones being a little bit thicker, hard to get in, but you can still run them down the side too. Same method that we did with the PSA. Just take your time on this part. You might get close to the card. This is, again, less nerve-wracking on BGS because you do have that inner sleeve. I want to take it down this side too a little bit. Okay. It's being stubborn. Take your time on this though. Don't force it, don't try to rush. You don't want to run along the card. Someone's acting very stubborn on me today. That's all good. We'll get it. Okay. Let's take a different approach here. I want to come in here and make sure that I am pointed this way. I'm going to pry up on this. There we go. Okay. Just so I can get some better leverage down here. Okay, keep turning. There we go, got it. So if you're gonna pry up, just make sure you're doing it up by the label. And we got the card out. It's awesome, another one out. Now this does have the inner sleeve, so I would push it down a little bit, take some scissors, cut real close to the edge here. Just take your time doing that, and then you can throw it in your penny sleeve. But like I said, BGS is a little bit more, I don't know, less nerve-wracking, I guess, when you're doing it than PSA, because you do have that in your case. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's going to be my updated video on cracking these out. Let me know if you have any questions about it, or if you're doing it yourself and you watch this video and it was helpful to you, hopefully, and helping you crack out your own cards. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.